what's up, guys? Happy Monday. Welcome to the show. So today we're going to go over the US macros and a bunch of other charts. We have some good news and some bad news. The good news is our trades from Friday are up. The NFP Friday trades are looking good. I'm going to be adding to those trades potentially in this live stream. So definitely stick around if you are in those trades, just to check out where to re-enter. But let's start off with the crypto bubbles. So in the past 24 hours, we do have some stronger coins such as 𝗬𝗎𝗪𝗓, with the meme coins are doing quite well, Bonk, 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗓, etc. And more recently, over the last hour, it has pulled back a bit, but this might be a good opportunity, guys. This might be a good opportunity to get into those positions. And yeah, the weekly is still looking okay with the stronger coins such as Popcat, 𝗬𝗎𝗪𝗓, and all looking good, all performing. So let's just go over to the Bitcoin chart. So Bitcoin is still looking good, in my opinion. So we have this, the big range from the all-time high to the capitulation low at 49K. Yeah, we did say this was the capitulation low during this time, so we were happy to buy here. Yeah, so the 50% level from that is 61.4. On other charts, it's 61.5. But yeah, let's dive into why I think that's an important level. If you backtest the 50% level, it's normally quite strong. Yeah, so I do like the 50% level. Normally, when price is above the 50% level, it is in a stronger position, and it is more likely that we see higher prices. When it's caught below and starts closing candles below, it is a slight concern. So we had that little scare, towards like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday last week. I did say, it's probably FUD on the 1st of October, and I noted that out, and it hasn't moved since. I'm still in the idea that it probably is FUD. We have seen a nice bounce away, but we did get rejected off the 50% level. This 50% level is the level that I want to get above for Bitcoin to be looking strong. And the 50% level comes from the break of structure at 66,400 down to the low that we created on Thursday, just below 60K. So yeah, that level over there is 63K. If we can start closing candles above 63K, it is going to be looking good for Bitcoin. And I think we are going to be seeing higher prices and potentially all-time highs in Q4. Very stoked for that to happen. And yeah, the spot bags will be smiling. But I am still prepared for the possible scenario of us getting rejected from here and coming into the buy zone over here before getting the move up. I think this is a good chance of it happening. I think quite a lot of people are long. And I think all the people that got long this weekend, a lot of retail traders will have their stops over here. So we can look into the high block liquidity levels just now and confirm that. But for now, my buy box is going to be anything underneath those wicks all the way to about maybe even 50% of this daily candle over here. I think this is a great region to be getting into Bitcoin and potentially the last opportunity. So, I mean, price could just rip from here. I think we are going to see it consolidate here before moving upwards. So I wouldn't be in a rush today to be going all in on your longs. But I think the next week is going to be a great opportunity to be getting into Bitcoin. And it does tie up well with the CPI and PPI later this week, which we're going to cover later on in the show. But for now, it's looking good. So the scenario one is we get above 63.2 and we close multiple days there. We'll probably get rejected off this high over here at 65K. Scenario one. Scenario two is we get rejected here and we come into this liquidity pool, probably create like a W before going onwards and upwards. So those are my two scenarios. That's what I'm watching out for Bitcoin. I do think that October is going to be bullish, and I do think that Q4 is going to be bullish. So I am looking for all-time highs to be swept. If it goes down, will you advise on a swing long for Bitcoin for time? If it goes down, I will be getting long, probably if we sweep the liquidity down here. Thanks for the question. We do have 22 of you live. So guys, please comment some altcoin requests that you'd like to see and also hit the like and subscribe button. That would be much appreciated. Let's dive into the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. So it's sitting at 50. Okay, that's not too bad. It's neutral. Yeah, we could see, it come down a bit more, and it has been consolidating in this region over here. So this sitting at 50, isn't anything major. We did see it at 63, but yeah, this peak has come up to around the 50 levels. So this is good to see us. We haven't been holding above the 60 region for long in a while. So the last time, we were consolidating there in July, and it's been like, I think about 10 weeks now since that. So it has been good to see a bit more fear in the markets. Let's go over the S&P 500. So the S&P 500, if we just go to the weekly time frame, we did have the highest weekly close of all time. Okay, you can see here's the highest weekly close of all time. That is, of course, bullish. Okay, closing prices at all-time highs is always going to be bullish. And you can see that we broke the all-time high from the 16th of July, and we retested it as potential support over here. I am prepared for a pullback, which could come into the 50-day EMA. We could get the EMA coming up like this, and then we could see price get a good bounce off that, and we could come and fill this gap. So gap filling is extremely common in the traditional markets. In crypto markets, it's also quite common, but not as common. So I am expecting this to be tagged, and potentially this downsloping resistance trend line, something like that. So if S&P 500 does get that pullback over the next few weeks, this is a zone that I will be taking a look at. And if we just extend this 50% level, just let me grab this one. If we do extend this up here, if that is the high, then we could expect price to even come into this 54.80 region over here. So we could get a bounce off here, or we could come as deep as here and still be in a good position for the S&P 500. So definitely look out for that. Yeah, I am prepped from, I would set in a low tier, 56.50 region over there, and we'll see how it reacts in that area. Why this is important is because when S&P 500 pulls back, you often get a pullback in the crypto market as it's seen as risk off. So one thing that why I'm looking for a pullback on the S&P is because the fear and greed index on traditional markets is at 74, and this is often a position where we could get a pullback. So I am prepared for the pullback. However, we could see a rotation from traditional markets into crypto. So we could see crypto keep up or pump. I think it's a good time to be swapping potential stock shares into crypto, just looking at the fear and greed. So this is at 74, this is at 50. So we could see a decent rotation from traditional markets into crypto. This all ties up quite nicely with the Dixie. So the Dixie did break out last week, and it is moving onwards and upwards. I do have this region over here marked out, 103.4, and this is a region where I would expect a potential rejection. So we could get rejected from here, or we could come up into this level before getting the hammer and moving downwards. So this moving upwards has resulted in a pullback on traditional markets. And when this starts to roll over, we could expect that a low in the stock markets could form when the Dixie hits the top over here. So we do know this is inversely correlated. It's the Dixie, the US dollar index. So because if the DXY had to increase in value, everything that's priced against the dollar will. So if this were to increase, the prices of stocks and potentially Bitcoin could decrease. If you have a look at oil, oil basically got rejected off the 200-day EMA, which we were speaking about last week. So we broke and closed above here on Thursday. So this does also start to, this brings fears of the geopolitical tensions into the equation. That's why I am prepared for a potential bottom, so we're gonna have to wait and see how Israel and Iran, how that all comes to the party. If there is a reaction or something like that, we could see a Bitcoin come under the 60K level and bring a lot of fear into the market. So we do have to keep that as a potential scenario in the back pocket. Yeah, so we could see oil get rejected over here. This would be a good telltale signal that there might not be a retaliation, and we could see downward price action like this for oil. It did come above this crucial level of 72, 73 dollars a barrel. So we could also see it come down here and find support before moving onwards and upwards. And this will tie in with all the headlines and stuff. So it is a very important chart to be watching. And I remember all the way in April, the war news came out, and I put the hammer on top of oil, and it did actually mark the top of oil. And this was this also marked the top of this also scared the crypto investors out of their altcoins as well. So we're gonna have to see how it reacts with crypto. Gold is still looking quite good. A lot of volume over here. That was on Friday, the NFP, and yeah, gold is so bullish, guys. It's not bearish at all. This is just moving onwards and upwards. And you would expect that is going to continue until proven otherwise. So gold is looking bullish, which is why there are fears of war and whatnot still in the play. I think if there's war fears and the dollar falling, the best option is gold. But I think when we start to see gold break down, we could see a lot of gold rotate into Bitcoin, and we could see that big move for Bitcoin going into the lower or the higher 70K region, which is our target. Okay, so one thing we did have a look at, let's just jump into the crypto now. So USDT dominance. So we've kept a strong eye on this chart for a while now, and it has called bottoms, and it has helped us get into those swing trades. So you can see over here, I think it was right over here on the Friday, on the One Friday show. You can go back and watch the show. I said we should close all the longs because USDT dominance has come into a strong support. So what happened was price did turn around at that point, and then I said watch out for the 50% level, because that's where we're going to see a rejection for USDT dominance. That's why I love the 50% level. It works really well. And for now, we can expect that this is going to be a lower high, and we can expect that price is potentially going to come down and break this level. Once this level is broken, it is going to be the start of the big blow off top parabolic bull run. Okay, we're going to be turbo aping into altcoins when we break this level. But for now, it's still in the uptrend. Okay, we can see that we're making higher highs and higher lows. And this actually was the first lower low. Okay, so we had a low over here, and we did break that low. So this is why we flipping bullish. Okay, because this broke. Bitcoin also made the higher high, the break of structure. So this broke structure, and Bitcoin broke structure. So there wasn't a divergence. And yeah, we can see there's a potential lower high over here. We are getting like a pretty bullish candle over here, but it is below the 50-day EMA, and it is looking like we are going to move lower. So once we break this level over here and start staying below the 5% region, this is where we're going to see the big leg down for USDT dominance and the leg up for crypto. So if this breaks down and we do break this 5, and start to hold below the 5%, we could come and break down this low over here. That would be quite bullish, get a retracement, and then move downwards. And those are the levels we're going to be watching for Bitcoin to top out. But this could be going on forever, guys. So when was the last all-time high for Bitcoin? It was around here. There was a high over here, and in November around here. So we should watch out for these levels. So this was the November high in 21, and this was the 60K high. So we can watch out for this region to get a potential support. So we're going to be in our longs until Bitcoin comes to this USDT dominance comes down to this 2.4% or 2%. This is when we're going to start getting cautious about our longs. We're going to be potentially selling our longs, but you can see how low it can come. But I think these are very reasonable levels to be watching out for a potential top for Bitcoin. So that's coming in at about 2.5. So I wouldn't be selling any of my spot positions, and I might be holding some swing longs all the way until we hit that level. I think that is going to be printing money. So now have a look at the comment section. For now, Brawny says it's bullish, potentially. Good day, broski. GM. Good morning, guys. Shot so much for coming and having a look. Hey, how's it going, bro? Okay, so we're gonna have a look at Arbitrum, and we are gonna have a look at Aave for sure. Ondo and Near, cool. Okay, we'll have a look at those, guys. Those comments aren't disappearing. We'll have a look at those now. So let's quickly go into the. So this is USDT dominance. So basically, to sum this up, we're going to be waiting for USDT dominance to break down into this 5% level. I'm actually going to set an alert for around 5%. Continue anyways. And once we break that, this is going to be a big market shift, and we're probably going to be going all in if we aren't all in already. Yeah, so we are macro bullish. I am macro bullish, and yeah, we are going to potentially see Q4 be bullish for Bitcoin and probably bearish for USDT dominance. So let's have a look at Solana. So Solana is looking. Sorry, guys. So look at Solana. So Solana is looking bullish. We still have the 50-day EMA above the 200-day EMA, so it is looking good. And we are starting to close candles. We closed Sunday above the 144.4 level. This is crucial. And we are in a swing long on Solana. I'm going to go over that now. We got in at 137. I think 138.5. We got at 138.5. We got that limit order, which we were talking about on the Friday show. And we did get that Sunday weekly close above this 144 level, which is a good level to be above. It's also the 141 level, but we are above all those levels at the moment and the 50-day EMA. So we can expect that price is going to potentially consolidate here. We're going to have to wait for Bitcoin. And price could potentially consolidate here and then move up and take out that 160 region. So that 160 region is very important because it is the 50% level from the highs of the cycle coming in at 211 down to the 109K low that comes in at about 160. Let me just get rid of this just to make it a bit neater. That comes in at about $161. So I was saying for a while, we did get the Solana breakout. We did long this and take some profits, but I said, guys, we have to wait for price to consolidate above the 50% level to show that it is strong. So when we start seeing this consolidation, then we can expect a move to the upside. But I think for now, it is fair to be getting into those Solana longs now, which we're going to be holding for a while and probably holding it till we see all-time highs at that $260 region for Solana. There we go, $270. So we are going to probably hold our swing long till we see cycle highs at about $210 and potentially all-time highs at $270. So I think it's definitely worth getting into swing longs at the moment. And guys, it's quite a good risk reward at the moment. I don't think that Solana is going to come down to these levels, and if it does, it's probably over for crypto, which is unlikely. So I mean, even a trade from right now on Solana, you obviously got to be patient for this one. To 270, risk reward of 3.4 to 1. This is generally a good risk reward for trading, and I think it's highly probable. But I think if you had to dollar cost average for a potential move down, and we could get the entry, halfway there, then we're looking at a 5.5 to 1. But this isn't guaranteed, and I think a lot of people will be bidding altcoins, especially Solana, if there was a pullback. So I think, it's above the 50, it's above the 200-day EMAs, and I think it is ultimately a good price to be getting into Solana. So I think over the next week or so, dollar cost averaging into Solana would be a good idea. But we are still in that swing long from 138.5. We're going to go over that now. And yeah, I'll tell you where we're going to be adding to that long, potentially taking some profits off the table. It did hit TP1. However, I didn't take profits yet because I think we are going to see higher prices. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum's ultimately still struggling. So the reason why we're not in Ethereum is because we got that death cross over here, which tells us to get out of the market and sit on our hands for a bit and don't get too excited. See, Solana never got the death cross, and Bitcoin also never got the death cross. It came extremely close, but didn't get the death cross. So if you look back at Ethereum, once the 50 is below the 20 and below the 200 and price is stuck below it, it's extremely hard for it to get above it. And it's often a opportunity cost to get in. So let's say we did get in here after the death cross. Ultimately, we've struggled with ETH for 2 months. So you've been holding ETH. It hasn't gone anywhere from a swing long position. We're obviously looking for bigger moves. But one thing I am keeping my eyes on, guys, is the potential head and shoulders. Okay, so we got the head and shoulders formation on ETH. So we got the one shoulder like this. We got the head and potentially the other shoulder before a breakout to the upside. A lot of people will say, you know, this isn't valid because, you know, the shoulder is lower than the head, which is true. But if we look on the line chart, so the line chart often holds better value. You see that we didn't actually, because this takes an average price. So you can see when we were on the candles, it wicked quickly. So it was only below that level. It was only below the 2,500 region for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Okay, so that's not very weak. Where this was below the 2,400 key level for multiple days. So this is definitely seen as a head in my mind. So let's go back to the line chart. So looking at this, we could see the head and shoulders over here. So we got the shoulder, the head, the shoulder, and we're waiting for a breakout. Okay, this breakout could be a huge breakout. So I think we're going to see this EMA roll over a bit more. I think once we get above and hold above this 50-day EMA, and that's coming in at 2,550. Let's just put on the candles just for better views. I think once ETH gets above this level, maybe breaks this here, so we can see a break of structure, that next higher low is going to be very important for Ethereum and definitely worth bidding. And where would your stop loss be? Well, simply below this region over here for safety. And I think we can be targeting much higher prices for Ethereum. TP1 would obviously be the 50% level, coming in at 3,100. TP1, that's not a great risk reward, but we would take some profits off the table over there. Then we're going to be targeting 4,000 again, and then probably all-time highs. So we are going to be taking that trade, so definitely pay attention to ETH. I think the head and shoulders is valid, and I don't think that we're going to see ETH below $2,000. And if we do, it will probably be the end of the world for Ethereum. We did get in here for Ethereum. We were buying the whole of last year when we got that breakout. We were buying over here. So I've got a nice big entry from about roughly $2,100, which was quite frustrating to see it come all the way up to $4,000 and round trip all the way back. I'm sure a lot of you are in that boat. I wouldn't sell it yet. You just got to, increase your time horizon. But yeah, it will be good to see Ethereum break out and move onwards and upwards. I think we will be seeing, the 5K region, the previous all-time highs at about 4,800. So definitely it's one to be patient for. On Ethereum, I do think Solana is the better bid, but we're going to have to be patient and wait and see. Let's have a look at total 3. So this is the crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. It is important to view this. This is the altcoin sector. So if you guys remember, I was very bullish when we came to this 590 billion region, 580 billion region on the show. I was getting quite excited around here. I said, guys, this is the time to be getting in. You guys can go check the show. I think that was last week, Wednesday. We did come a little bit under there, and we did wick a little bit further than I thought, but it was definitely worth starting to chip into those low leverage, 10x leverage longs. Yeah, so the reasons why, I typed these out on the show. One, we're retesting the golden cross. What's the golden cross? Well, the golden cross is when the 50-day EMA crosses above the 200-day EMA. It chopped around a bit, but it is above now. So there is the retest of the golden cross, and it often acts as a magnet towards price. Okay, so I believe this golden cross pulled price into the region, something like that. So that's reason number 1. Okay, reason number 2, retest of 50% level. Okay, so we had the low over here, we had the high over here, and it was likely that we're going to retest the 50% level, coming in at $483 billion. Okay, and then also the retest of the down sloping resistance. So we had the down sloping resistance, and we came and retested it. So we had the breakout. We had the breakout over here, and then we came and retested it over here. It's extremely common that we get that retest, guys. The retest is so common. I often bid 50% over here in case you don't get the retest, and then I bid 50% of the, so I go half in, and that's normally how you get a good position. But yeah, this is still looking good, guys. We've obviously had that little bit of a wick up and pull back today, but we do want to get above the major 50%. So we consolidated a few days above here before we had the war news which came out, and obviously we lost price there over 2 days. But it looks like we did get some buying stepping into the market, and we do want to see total 3 continue onwards and upwards here and start consolidating in this region over here. I think if we start consolidating above the 50% level, and once we break this 650 billion, we are just going to start moving onwards and upwards. That's why we are trying to get into those altcoin positions now, because I think when this starts to move, it goes extremely fast. Look at this. Okay, 50% for the altcoin space in 3 weeks, just 2.5 weeks. So it goes extremely quickly. So you do want to be positioned in here. Okay, 2.5 weeks takes us to the end of October. So we could see that huge move in October and not be surprised, because this moves so rapidly. It's been consolidating for a long time. We got the break of structure, just like Bitcoin. This is likely the higher low before we move onwards and upwards. So you guys must be prepared. You guys must be prepared. Easy invalidation would be taking out this region over here. Okay, so this region over here, 500 billion, 520 billion. If we do cross that level, it is time to get out of your long. So it's a very easy risk reward at the moment. A lot of people think they've already missed the move, but they definitely haven't. You can put your stops over there by the $500 billion mark, and you could be targeting all-time highs. This is the altcoin trade, guys. Altcoin trade, and this is a 5.4 to 1. And there will be altcoins that will be outperforming that, okay, such as Popcat, Brett, a lot of meme coins, some AI tokens. The ones that are strong will be outperforming this, and we are likely to see a between 103 and 300% move on those strong coins, okay. Popcat, we've been calling Popcat for a while. We are going to go over that trade, and 𝗕𝗘𝗪 and whatnot. Those coins are looking really strong. One thing that I didn't actually have prepared for the show, but we need to have a look at, guys, is MicroStrategy. Okay, if you guys don't know what MicroStrategy is, it's basically a company that their strategy is to just buy Bitcoin. Okay, their strategy is to buy Bitcoin, and they are opening up here today. They are roughly 11-12% from all-time highs. Okay, and it has broken out. If we connect the lines here, we can see that it did break out, and it looks like it is breaking out. This could be front running. So this is like an institutional player, technically, okay? They buy millions and billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. This is breaking out, and the daily open is also breaking out. So we can expect that, you know, if you create a gap like this, we could see a pullback before moving up. So this could be front running the idea of Bitcoin smashing all-time highs sooner than we think. And there's a lot of liquidity to the upside, which we're going to cover now. But this looks really good for MicroStrategy. I know it's the NASDAQ, it's stocks. You know, we can't 50x leverage degen this thing. So why are we having a look at it? But it is very good to have a look at, guys. MicroStrategy is important to have a look at. Coinbase is also very important to have a look at. But this is more for Bitcoin, and this is more for the altcoin space. So you can see that the altcoin space is struggling a bit. However, we still are parking above the macro 50% level. We created that low in the start of Jan 2023, and we created that high like about a year and a bit later. And we do have the 50% level of about $160 a share, and we are above that level. Okay, we did get the death cross, which isn't great to see, but we're gonna have to see how this reacts. Okay, but for now, MicroStrategy, this holds more weight to Bitcoin than Coinbase, and this is looking extremely bullish, guys. It's looking extremely bullish. I am going to expect, I think we just open now. Yeah, 330. Okay, we just opened the markets now. We're going to see how this reacts. We're probably going to see this pull back a bit, close the gap, maybe even retest this line before moving onwards and upwards. And this, in my mind, is front running Bitcoin's price action. So we are likely to see Bitcoin move onwards and upwards from here. I see we are getting a bit of a push up here, 63,100. As soon as we start closing multiple candles above 63,200, it is going to be time to be getting bullish. I would be buying from today till the end of October. October, we normally see a 20% move to the upside. So we haven't seen that move yet. Okay, October opened over here. So we're flat on the month, and we normally see 20% on Bitcoin in October. So we can expect a move into my Matt's bold Bitcoin target. So I made these targets when we were down here. Now that we've pulled back, it's not looking as bold. It's just looking like a normal Bitcoin target. And we bought the fear, and we are looking good. Okay, so that's one thing that I really want to have a look at and drive into, guys. This thing, when this thing breaks 200, it's a huge divergence, and we can expect money to be flying into Bitcoin and crypto. So definitely keep your eye on this. If you guys don't ever look at MicroStrategy, you guys should have a look at MicroStrategy, because this has called the bottoms. And yeah, start of September, start of August, end of April, these were the bottoms on price, and Bitcoin does follow this to the T, and this breaking out often front runs the move. And guys, this actually moves more than Bitcoin. So from the start of Jan, so let's say, yeah, the start of Jan, let's go, okay, mid-Jan, from top to bottom is 300%. Okay, that's more than Bitcoin did, and this is a stock. So this does move a bit more than Bitcoin. And yeah, I'm expecting continuation from this breakout. So we're going to have to wait and see. But it is looking good for now. It is looking good for now. What will be the best entry now? So the best entry, I will have a look at those now. So let's just go into the CPI and PPI. So there's no news today and tomorrow, so we can expect just consolidation and chop. We do have the FOMC meeting minutes. This is happening on Wednesday at 8 p.m. my time. This will bring volatility into the markets. So we're going to have to wait and see how markets react to this. And then obviously we have CPI and unemployment claims on Thursday, and then Friday PPI. Okay, I think PPI could be big. But I think, you know, October is normally bullish. So I think if we do get dips, if we do see price come down from those news events, we are going to be buying it up for the move onwards and upwards. I am bullish. I remain bullish. October is bullish, and we can't argue with the data for October. So definitely mark this off on your calendar. Got the FOMC minutes on Wednesday, CPI on Thursday, and the PPI on Friday. CoinGlass, we can have a look at this later if we got time. But yeah, we can go through the data just now. Let's have a look at high block capital. So on the short-term timeframes, we are seeing a bit of a liquidity pool. I'm just going to refresh this, guys. It only takes a while to refresh. I'm just going to refresh this just to get an up-to-date view on high block capital. We can go have a look at this data for now. So we do see that there are more longs than shorts at the moment, so we can expect a pullback. We normally see a consolidation, and a good region to be getting into the market would be at the 50-50 level when we are at a good support region. So let's see how this is loaded yet. Not yet. If we do go into the data for October, if you guys live under a rock and haven't seen the October or Q4 data, it's normally quite bullish. So Q4 data, look at the average and the median, normally pretty good. And if we go to October's data, 21% is the average, and 21% is the median. Okay, this is quite a solid data entry to analyze. This is a bit more skewed, but this just shows the strength of Q4. So October, we're going to expect 20% to 22%, and on the quarters, we are going to expect maybe 30, maybe 81%. Okay, so we are bullish, and we're going to remain bullish. Okay, so let's dive into high block capital for Bitcoin. So on the lower term timeframes, we do have 62,600 and 62,400, this region over here. So we could see a pullback into this region. If we go to the nothing on that chart and this chart, we do have 57K. Okay, so that 57K that I was talking about earlier, that is the bottom of the box. Will we see this level? Maybe. Will this level be front run? Probably. Should we be prepared for 57K to be hit? Of course. Okay, it could be hit, it could not be hit. We're gonna have to wait and see. If we start consolidating at 63,200, it's unlikely that we're gonna get this. But if we close candles there, it is likely that we're gonna see 57K. But for now, we are looking good. Most market participants are long, so we can expect a pullback. We don't want to see this green. Big green is a red flag for us. Okay, big green's a red flag. We do want to see a liquidation event to the downside for the bulls for a sustainable move. We do want to see that, but we can expect the mid 62K region to be met, potentially even 64K. So definitely mark these levels off on your chart and have a look. We could see 60 to 500 and 64K. Mark this region on the chart. We could see a range form in between here. But we mustn't be naive to this pull over here at 57K. It could easily be hit. We mainly look at the Bitcoin ones. They do hold more weight. And you can see that a lot of people are long on Bitcoin, not so many on Solana and Ethereum. So I think that Solana and Ethereum could be dumping less than Bitcoin when we do get that potential pullback. Solana, big liquidity pool at 151. Yeah, and that's goes off on both charts. ETH, more liquidity to the upside, but we do have the little tiny pool. It's not big enough for me. But ETH, if ETH comes down to 2,100 again, it'll be a good time to buy. Would be worth going all in. So a question, ETH with 20x or 10x leverage, what's going to be the best? So that obviously depends on your risk appetite. If you're going all in, then less leverage is always better. I would, if it's a long-term position, I would probably be looking, the important question to ask is, where's your point of invalidation? So if your invalidation points at like 2,000, the downside from here is about 20-odd%, 21%. So what's going to be best would be like a 4x leverage with an easy invalidation point, because then you'll just get liquidated if it comes down here. But if it does come down here, then your thesis of Ethereum being bullish is over. Okay, I spoke about that earlier. Okay, so let's have a look at my current position. So Solana, we are long on Solana. We got into that long from 138.5. Let's make it a bit accurate for you guys. We got in around there. Stop loss should be at break even. I think my stop loss was here. I will be making that into break even. And I think I'm going to be adding to that Solana long. So I didn't get fully entered into that long. But I think right now is a good time to be adding to the Solana long. So I'm going to add Solana long. We'll add it now. I'll show you my other positions open over here. Remember, I'm trading on a $2,000 account on CoinW, of course, and we are just, we're practicing good risk and reward, and we're trying to grow the account. So I started this account, I think, at the start of September, and we are on $2,220. So we're up 11%, which isn't bad. Most hedge funds are down over the past 3 months, and we're looking good. We are in some good trades. We're in Notcoin. Notcoin's up 92%. We're in WIF 190%. Solana 60%. So let's have a look at Solana. So I wouldn't want to see Solana come below this $140 region. Okay, and I'm just going to refresh this so it has our levels marked off on the chart there. There we go. So these are my orders. We got filled in over there, fortunately enough. And I'm going to be adding a little bit to this trade. I'm going to pull these orders. And I wouldn't want to see Solana come below this 140.9 region. So I'm going to slowly add to the Solana position until my stop loss is above here. This is a good position. I'm going to go over onto this chart over here. This is a good place to be getting into Solana. This is quite a key level, as you can see over here. Could we come lower? We could, but I would expect this level to hold up as support and to get quite a strong wick bouncing off the 54-hour EMA. So we can get in here. So I'm going to be adding to my Solana position right now. Market. How big is my position at the moment? about $100. So let's add in another $80. Now let's add another $100. And we're going to put our stop loss above here. Our entry should come about halfway at about $142. So we're going to go in for that Solana trade. Boom. We're in. Okay, our average position is about here, and now we can move our stop loss at 140.6. Stop loss, very important to practice risk management, 140.6. Could we get liquidated? Of course. So this is a -3%. So this is nothing, guys. And we do have a decent position at the moment. So this is looking good. If you guys want to add to that, definitely add to that trade. Let's have a look at WIF. So WIF, we also got in on these. No, we didn't get in on these wicks here. We got in about over here. That was on Friday, and this is also looking good. So I am prepared to maybe add to the WIF trade. However, it's not as clear as Solana. So Solana, we had a key level. This level over here looks quite clear as well. So I think I'm going to wait for WIF to come into this level over here before going long. So I'm going to mark this level out of my chart. I'm actually going to mark 2.486, this top of this wick over here. And I'm going to see how it reacts around there. So we could get long off there. It could be front run quite easily. But you can see on the hourly time frame, we are creating that upward support. And this is very likely to be tested. A lot of people think, no, it's too far. It could easily be tested. So I'm going to be watching this region over here. So this is the box. I'm going to make the box a little bit bigger, and I'm going to move it to more current prices. So that is the trade, okay? I'm looking to build this trade. So what's going to happen now is I'm in over here. Price is going to come up over here. We're going to have that nice EMA as well, moving to the upside, and we are going to look for a bounce off that level over here. We are going to be looking for a bounce off that level. Okay, so I think it's time to go through the comments and see what you guys want to have a look at. So let's go have a look. So Matthew Kim is asking for 𝗕𝗪. Okay, so 𝗕𝗪 has been quite a bullet train, been quite a steam train recently. We are going to have a look at 𝗕𝗪. Here it is. I'm on the daily time frame, so we like to look at the daily first. Yeah, so I think I gave this trade a while ago, and it's still valid. If you aren't in this trade, it's still valid. Stop loss hasn't been taken out yet, but we have lost this upsloping support on the daily time frame. So we can expect that it's going to chop around a bit and not just go for the huge moves from here. Let's just clean this up a bit. So if we are to continue the bullish market structure, we don't want this level to be taken out. And yeah, this is looking like it is potential. It is potential resistance. So we had this key level over here. We came up, we tested it a few times, we broke through, and it looks like it's actually deviated below that level. So this doesn't actually look that great. There are better looking charts. We do obviously have pretty high targets over there, and this trade is still likely to play out. But I don't like how we are below this upsloping support trend line. I mean, it doesn't hold the biggest weighting of importance, but I think 𝗕𝗪 is still looking good above this region over here. So this was the buy up candle, which led to the big move, but we can use this one as well. But I'm going to use this one just to come a bit closer to the market. So yeah, if you guys believe in 𝗕𝗪 fundamentally, we don't do fundamentals on the show. We just do technicals. We are above the 50-day EMA, so this is still looking good. If you guys haven't entered this trade, it could be looking better from current price to the 50% level, like something like that. And your invalidation point would be, you know, under these wicks over here. You wouldn't want to see it come under these wicks, but it could spike down. So it is quite tough to have there's no clear defined levels over here. But if you guys do want to take this trade, it could be looking good, something like that. You could have your stops about there. You don't really want to come too far under the 50% level, and we could be targeting those moves. That gives us an 8-to-1 risk reward. There are better charts out there. We can have a look at this. I'm going to mark it red as an important one, and we can come back to this in a bit. Okay, what's next? WIF. We've got WIF. I just covered WIF. This guy's asking for whiff. How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well. This is the whiff idea. Okay, if you want me to go over it again, just go back into the video and have a look at the analysis on whiff. Okay, so ILV, I think that's Illuvium. Let's see if we got it over here. I haven't charted Illuvium. No, it's not over here, so we're gonna get it off. Sorry guys, I've got quite a few big lists over here. Okay, ILV. Okay, this is gonna be a fresh, sorry, I got sticky fingers. ILV. Okay, this is gonna be a fresh one. I haven't charted this. Let's have a look at Illuvium. So this is on the 4-hour time frame. Let's actually just go to the daily time frame. It's got all my key EMAs. So we're going to go to the daily time frame. Going to look at Illuvium. Okay. Oh no. Now this is not looking good. Yeah, if you're long on Illuvium, I hope it's from current position. Illuvium is not strong. The reason why it's not strong is it's stuck below these bottoms over here. Okay, it's not testing this as resistance, and I personally would not be bullish on Illuvium. This is bearish market structure, just creating lower highs and lower lows throughout. So let's not have a look at Illuvium for much longer. I personally wouldn't be long on Illuvium. Phantom's been pumping recently. Let's have a look at Phantom. Phantom FTM. I couldn't find it there. So Phantom's looking good, guys. Phantom just got the bull cross, the golden cross. This is bullish on the daily time frame. So can we see price come down into the level and it's going to act as a magnet? Of course we can. Of course we can. This is what happened with Total 3. I think Phantom is one of the stronger projects. It did come down to that like below 30 cents, which isn't great to see. We have obviously broken out over there. We broke out and consolidated above there. There's a key level over here, which I think it can be tested. That is that $56.7 region. I think this whole level over here, so from there to, you know, I'd probably say to there, this is a key level for Phantom, and I would be buying Phantom if it came into this region over here. So I'm going to mark this off as an alert, 57 cents. This will be a nice place to be buying the dip for Phantom. This could just, you know, drive straight up from here, but that's fine. Okay, we are going to leave coins like this just to fly, and we are going to be buying coins that are looking like high probability trades, something like that. So definitely mark 57 cents off on your chart, and we can have a look at that. So let's have a look at Ponke. Lovely. I've got a bit of Ponke, a bit of a spot bag. Ponke is looking okay. We haven't had the death cross yet. This is bullish market structure. If we zoom out, this is bullish market structure. We obviously need to get above these highs over here, but it is nice to see a bounce off the 200-day EMA, and we can see that it is getting respected. You can see it over here. It is getting respected. What we want to see for Ponke is to clear these highs again, come down, get a bounce off that 50-day EMA. But you can see that we are forming a higher market structure. So we got a low over here. We broke these levels over here slightly, which puts it in bullish market structure. It looks like we have had that potential higher low. And what we want to see now is Ponke come up and break that 40-cent level and then come down, retest it. We don't know how shallow that's going to be. It could be around here. It could be around here before moving upwards for Ponke. So that's the plan for Ponke. But for now, I'm still holding my spot position. I bought a while ago. It's probably underwater, but we're holding it for the long run. We're holding it for the long run. Filecoin. Let's have a look at Filecoin. I think Filecoin has been struggling of recent. See, Filecoin isn't looking great, guys. I do have Filecoin in my spot bag. Unfortunately, this isn't looking good, guys. This isn't looking good. You see, we've lost this upsloping support, and yeah, we did come we came tumbling down from just under the $12. If I were you guys, I wouldn't be getting into coins where the 50-day EMA is below the 200-day EMA. Okay, so you see for Ponke it was above, so we're happy with Ponke. Okay, Filecoin is below. We're not happy with Filecoin. Ethereum is below. We're not happy with Ethereum. We're happy with Bitcoin. Okay, it's above. We're happy with Solana. It's above. We're happy with WIF. It is above. We'll have to look at the chart later. But Filecoin, it's below. So what we want to see is price to get above the 200-day EMA, and get like market structure like that would be a bit better. Okay, so even though it means we're buying higher, it just means that there's a higher probability that it's actually going to move up. Because if we bought it now, it could easily just chop around here, and then we're just wasting our money because it's not in stronger coins, and then we could get that pump or that dump from there. But it's worth getting into stronger coins which are going to pump now than wait until next year to get the pump. Yeah, if you guys understand that, smash the like button for sure. Okay, is it too late to buy a long bag of Saga and Sui? Probably not. Probably not. We're probably going to see these coins continue to rip. Saga is looking good. It looks like we have that almost like a little bit of a cup and handle formation over there. Let me see if there is that chart. Cup and handle. Okay, I can't find the cup and handle, but you guys can see that there is, we have that arc over here. You can see that as the potential cup, and then we are creating the handle over here above the 50-day EMA. So this is looking good, guys. What's the target for the move? Well, the target is going to be from the bottom of the cup to the top of the cup, and we can take this out. Your conservative price target is going to be $4.45. $4.45. That is the target for Saga. I think this is looking good, guys. This is looking like a good trade. And we could expect that, if we do get a pullback on Bitcoin, we could come and test the 50-day EMA and potentially these tops. So old tops becoming new bottoms, something like that, and we could hit our $4.45 conservative target. That'd be a good trade for Saga. Yeah, so Saga's looking good. If it's a spot entry, then I think just dollar costing in this area would be good. So definitely that for Saga would be good. I think I will personally be adding Saga. I don't have any Saga, unfortunately, but I will be adding to my Saga. I will be opening my Saga bag at about $1.90. Okay, that's a good region for Saga. We're just going to go on to Sui quickly, and then we're going to go on to Ondo and Near. So Sui is just pumping nonstop. I got into this trade. I did take profits at the $1.85 region. I did think we'd get a pullback. I think there is a pullback due for Sui. Okay, one thing I like about Sui is the golden cross. The 50 is above the 200, and this just creates a strong level of support. Sui is looking bullish, guys. No questions about it. We could trade the breakout trade. If it breaks $2.20, it's going to be looking really, really, really strong. I have this level marked out. I thought that we'd probably get a little retest of this $1.46, $1.44 region, but it doesn't look like Sui wants to do that. Doesn't look like Sui wants to do that. So onwards and upwards for Sui. I think this is a rocket. I've got Sui in my spot bag. I think it is just a little bit too late to be getting into that spot position. But if Bitcoin does get that pullback, then I will be adding to my Sui position around $1.46. I'm going to mark that level on my chart as an alert, and I will probably be aping in then. A lot of people, think that it's impossible for it to retest these EMAs, but it's always possible. So I'll be adding up hopefully around here. But if we don't get the trade, we don't get the trade. There are plenty of coins to trade. It is crypto. Okay, what is next on the list, guys? Ondo and Near. Ondo's looking good. I did get stopped out of my long, unfortunately, for Ondo. I got stopped out of my long. Ondo's looking good. It's RWA. It's got a strong narrative. I think is a better trade. We're still in the trade. It did hit our TP1. It just hit our TP1 today, actually. Today, I didn't actually know that it pumped so hard, but it has hit our TP1. I am a big believer in and Ondo. If you guys took this trade with me, I'm not taking profits, guys. I'm not taking profits. I'm going to be a bit greedy. I know Q4 is bullish and 2025 is going to be bullish. So I'll be adding to my bag if comes over there. No one asked for So let's go on to Ondo. Ondo's looking good. You can see we are getting that bullish market structure. It's not too late for Ondo yet because we haven't got the golden cross, okay? We haven't got the golden cross yet. We want to wait for the golden cross. That's going to be the 50 above the 200. So we do want to see, we are creating very bullish market structure there. Okay, so we had, these highs, we were struggling. We did get into our Ondo spot trade over here, and you see we broke these highs over here. We haven't hit our TP1 yet, and you can see that we have created a potential higher low. So what we want to see for Ondo is another break, hit our TP1 at around $1, come down and retest, and this is where we're going to be going in for Ondo for a swing trade. Stops below there, and we are going to be targeting all-time highs, which is about $1.50 for Ondo. If you guys missed this trade, then the next trade will be this trade, and I think we could get it potentially in November, get a pump through October, little dump into the elections before seeing a monster move, and that should continue throughout 2025. That's for Ondo. Let's have a look at Near protocol. Near, I always look at Near and Ruin. So Near and Ruin, they often have similar price action, and they pump together. Their charts look the same. You can have a look, literally the same. It pumps together, dumps together. They're basically the same. So Near's looking good. Near hasn't got the golden cross yet, so there's no rush, but it is looking good. I do want Near to get above the 50% level for it to start looking strong. So we could see something like that, a little consolidate above there before moving onwards and upwards. So there's no rush for Near for now. We still need that golden cross. I just want to go to Ruin as well. It looks very similar, guys. It looks very similar. It is well under its 50% level, so I think Near is looking stronger. Yes, that's one. Yeah. What's next, guys? What's next? 𝗖. Let's have a look at 𝗖. 𝗖 is the Chinese coin. We were discussing the Chinese coin the other day because the Chinese markets were pumping. We did mention that in the last live. So let's have a look at 𝗖. 𝗖 is going to be fresh for me. I don't hold any 𝗖, unfortunately. But 𝗖 is looking good, guys. It is looking good. It has broken its highs over here, putting it in bullish market structure. It looks like we are about to get that bull cross if we can hold above the 40-cent level. So it could be a good time to be getting into 𝗖 around about now. We are holding this region as support. Could we chop around here for a bit longer? Of course we could. Get that golden cross. Then we're going to be bidding 𝗖 with our stop loss below the previous low. Simple. We are going to be targeting all-time highs. Because we do think there's going to be a big move for altcoins. This is macro bullish as well. It looks like we are carving out that higher low. So that's what I have to say. It is looking bullish. From a macro swing perspective, I'll be waiting for the golden cross, which will give it a little bit more. RSIC. Never heard of this. RSIC. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely smash the like button. Is this it here, guys? Let me know if this is it, RSIC. It could be like a mega meme coin on DEX Screener. So let's have a look at it. No, this is just Rune coin. Okay, guys, I can't find it over here. If it's not on TradingView, I'm not going to view it today. If it's not on TradingView, then definitely leave a comment on here saying it's not on TradingView, and I will get DEX Screener for the next live stream. Let's go check what's happening with Bitcoin. Oh, we are getting that pump, guys. We are getting that pump. Looks like WIF is moving. Solana is moving. Oh, no. Looks like I just exited my Solana trade. So let's go dive into the coins on the lower term time frame. We are getting that bullish price action on the hourly. What is moving the highest? Looks like 𝗖 is moving. We just mentioned 𝗖. Let's have a look at my trades. I think I deleted it. Okay, unfortunately. So guys, WIF is looking like it's moving. This might not happen. This might just pump to the upside. Let's have a look at the stock market. So the stock market, it is getting that pump after market open. Bitcoin, I want to go onto the shorter term time frames. So I'm going to go have a look at this WIF, and we can have a look at, I'm just going to go onto my cryptos. So Bitcoin is getting that pump, guys. It is above the 50% level, which we were speaking about. This is looking quite bullish. So if you guys are in your crypto positions, I would keep those open. We are getting that bounce on Solana. We did double down on our position over there, and we are getting that move to the upside. We are long and strong, guys. We are long. Okay, PopCat, guys. I can't go on about PopCat here. I've been preaching PopCat for ages. I was waiting for a bit more of a pullback to, turbo ape We didn't get a chance to turbo ape, but we are starting to look parabolic on PopCat, and no one's talking about PopCat, guys. No one's talking about PopCat. Is it too late to get in? I don't know. There's nothing worse than, you know, buying the top, and this is just going to come crashing down. It is a meme coin at the end of the day, but we were getting in around this 40 to 50, 60 cent region. Yeah, we are happy with that trade. This is carrying our portfolio. Brett is also carrying our portfolio. We are irresponsibly long on Brett, and we are waiting for all-time highs. It has broken. Look at this, guys. Break out of the downsloping trend line, come down, retest as support before moving onwards and upwards. Yeah, if you guys aren't in this trade, you know, DCAing over the next bit could be a good idea. Stop loss 13%, so we could, like, you know, 5x leverage this maybe, and we could see all-time highs. This is a good trade, 9-to-1 risk reward. If you guys haven't taken this trade, definitely have a look at it. Victor, you know, is this on TradingView? Is it called RSIC? I can't seem to find it here, my man. You want to see Chainlink? Yo, okay, guys, Chainlink. I am long-term bullish on Chainlink. Unfortunately, I did think we'd see a move happen on Chainlink. We haven't seen anything yet. This didn't play out, but this could be playing out right now. Okay, could move that across here. This could be the time. So we did get the breakouts, and it kind of consolidated on the support line. Yeah, where's the 50% level? I do have quite a bit of Chainlink. I'm going to continue to hold this. This could be the next macro low. We got that huge accumulation region before pumping onwards and upwards. We are below the 50% level though, and that's coming in just below $14. So I think, you know, if you are long Chainlink, I would continue to hold, because we do have that Pumptober. October is going to be bullish thesis. Q4 is going to be bullish. So guys, it's definitely not worth selling. But if you guys aren't in Link, I would wait for the break of the 50% level and the retest and the potential golden cross before going long on Chainlink. Mask and Bond. That's the next request. We got Mask and Bond. I think Dylan just posted a short on Mask. He's obviously as okay, let's put this on the daily time frame, because these coins are confusing me. The EMAs. Let's have a look at Mask USDT. There he is. This is looking quite good. It's starting to grind onwards and upwards. Again, I would wait for a break above the 200-day EMA and a retest. We get the golden cross. We're going to get this moving onwards and upwards. We're going to get this to start curling up like that. We're going to get the golden cross, and we are going to be bidding the golden cross right over there. So that's the plan for Mask. I don't have any Mask, but this is a potential idea. But if we do zoom out, okay, we are above these levels over here, which is bullish, kind of bullish. We are below this here. We do want to see, you know, charts that have price action. So you've obviously got your lows, you know, in 2022, you got your lows in 2023. For a strong project, you actually want to be above your 2023 lows. Okay, we do want to be above those 2023 lows. So this I wouldn't be too bullish from a long-term perspective, but I'd be waiting for the golden cross before moving onwards and upwards. And we had Bond. I've never heard of Bond. Bond USDT. Bondbridge. There he is, Bondbridge. Not looking good, bruv. This is bearish. We have taken out the lows. We had a low over here. We had a low over here, and we are below those lows. This isn't looking good, guys. I would be bearish on Bond. It is below the 50 and the 200, so this isn't looking good long term. Could this just pump all the way to $10? It could. But it's not very likely, guys. It's not very likely. You must keep your wealth in the strong coins. Keep your wealth in the strong coins, such as PopCat and Ondo. I mean, looks like Bitcoin is getting that pump. Bitcoin is getting that pump. Let's zoom into Bitcoin a bit. I'm gonna have a look on the 4-hour time frame again. Guys, last few. Okay, so Okay, so there we go. So it's just Rune, guys. That is Rune. It's the same chart as Rune. So you had that RSIC on OKX. This is the same, or it seemed like a similar chart. I'm on the wrong time frame again, guys. Sorry about that. RSIC on OKX. Okay, no, never mind, guys. Rune coin. I'm going to pull out Rune as well, just because I thought it looked similar. Victor, let me know if this has any relation to Rune. Rune. This one here. Oh, I've got too many. Oh, here it is. Okay, no, it's different. It's different. My bad. Okay, RSIC. This one, cool. It's looking okay, guys. It looks like it's a new coin. Doesn't have too much price action. It just does look like it's holding up quite well here. It's creating a higher low structure over here, but it is creating lower lows on the longer term time frame. Let's just use these data points over here. Looks like it's building up, guys. It's building up. I would keep your eyes on this. If it breaks these highs over here, we could buy the retest for the big move to the upside. But if it comes down and breaks these lows, we could be selling the retest. So good, two options. For now, it sits on your hands for this coin. It is sit on your hands for this coin. Okay, I've got $2,500. Should I DCA my spots or day trade with signals on CoinW? Just an option, no financial advice. Of course, no financial advice. If you got $2,500, I would probably be splitting that up. I'd be splitting that up. I would probably be putting $1,500 into $1,500 into your DCA spots. Maybe $700 into your swing trading and $300 into your scalp trading. Okay, I think that's a good split. Scalp trading, if you get some good scalps in, it is a really good way to make good money. And swing trades, you can get in some nice swing trades. And remember, never to risk more than 1%. So if you got $2,500 in your trading account, you don't want to be risking more than $25 per trade. That is a rule that you just need to stick in. I mean, in my CoinW account, there's $2,000, and I've been trading for a while. It's obviously a small account on CoinW, but never risk more than 1% of the account. Let's have a look at the smaller term time frames over here. I'm gonna go to my crypto. So we are getting that bounce on Solana. I'm glad we did buy the lows over here. We did buy the lows. We got in again. So I think our average position is over here, roughly. Stops over there. So we are going to ride this trade. It's always important to buy the higher low. ETH looks like it is moving up. We do want to see it above these 4-hour EMAs. Cool. It's a pleasure, my man. It's a pleasure. Anytime. I must add my next time. I'm going to add my Telegram link down below over here. I'm going to be adding my Telegram link. If you guys have any questions, you can just DM me over there. Supreme Ben, want to have a look at Chili's? Let's have a look at Chili's. CHZ. Let's have a look. Chili's looks like it's coiling up for a nice potential trade on the lower term time frames. Has it broken out and retested? That is the question. Had some lows over here. Looks like this is looking good. If the Bitcoin move continues, this could be a nice scalp. We could be adding to our position to the 200 EMA, something like that. Let's just zoom out to the 4-hour time frame for Chili's. Oh, this could be a breakout, guys. This could be a breakout for Chili's. I think I got a small spot bag for Chili's. But it is coming into a resistance zone. We're gonna have to treat this area as resistance. So I think this isn't in a perfect position yet to trade. However, this breakout does look quite good. It has bounced off the 50-day EMA. We could see this move up. I'm not going to take this trade, but if you guys are looking for a trade, something like that, you could target the highs. 5-to-1 risk reward. But it all depends on how Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's going to dump, this is obviously going to get stopped out. Okay, guys, I've been live for 1 hour and 10, so I am going to leave it there for today. Bitcoin is looking good. Altcoins are looking good. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. It looks like it is starting to get that pump to the upside, guys. We are in our longs already. So we're going to hold our longs. And remember, we had that liquidity at 64K. So guys, do expect a potential rejection at 64K. Yes, watch for 64K rejection. And that's over here. That's where the shorts are. So we could see, a bit of a pump up now, claim the liquidity. If we come back and close below this line over here, we could see something like that happen. But it is looking very strong for now, guys. It is looking strong for now. We have reclaimed this region over here. And we could see that Bitcoin could easily come. Guys, you guys know how bullish I am, guys. It looks like this scenario could be playing out. We're going to have to wait for a few days. But when this goes, this is going to go very fast. So definitely get into those spot positions whilst you can. Guys, it's an absolute pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure. I will be live probably every day this week, same time. So definitely tune in with your altcoin requests. I love the requests. That makes the show nice, and we can chat together and speak together, see what you guys think and what your thoughts are. Scenario 1, scenario 2. Let's wait and see. But guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Definitely hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys did like that show. And thanks. Cheers for now. It's an absolute pleasure. Nicole, we'll see you on the next live stream. Guys, cheers for now. Thank you very much.